Tell the producer kiss my ass, I ain't buying shit. Tell the plug if he got that work, then I'ma buy 10. And tell that bitch to suck my dick so she got a man. And tell that nigga that we strapped like the Taliban. And tell him how we handle problems, it won't be okay. Tell the family that we sorry, it's a DOA. Tell the detectives that we don't do no stressing. And if we catch a murder charge, too, we gon' be blessed. Tell these ordinary niggas I ain't normal.
Squad going hard body karate out there. I see him.
Man, you already know. Shit, man. Hey, happy
Big dog,
birthday.
big
We
Seen
dog,
still
him.
celebrating.
Yo, I was
big
yo,
dog.
Don't
yo,
start your shit,
yo,
Wack.
Shit, y'all.
yo. Listen, I see the squad. I said, yo, people sending me clips. I said the squad ain't playing no games. We got a real family out there, boy.
Hey, nigga,
Hey, tear
academic
this
went
motherfucking
up.
clubhouse
Hey,
up, nigga. We
academic
finna
went up
tear
for
this
you today, nigga. Pitbull
tear
went
this
up, nigga. The whole
motherfucker up, nigga.
squad, nigga.
Hey, you
Reed,
know
Hey,
what's
Caddy,
Wack,
crazy? I ain't
everybody,
even
nigga. We was
talking.
Wack.
riding in this motherfucker.
Everybody, motherfucking club. Everybody profiles getting ready to get clipped. We was like, nigga, we don't give a fuck. Clip everybody shit, nigga. Fuck it, fuck it.
What it do,
we,
Yo,
we was
Wack?
all
hey,
we was all gonna leave
Hey,
Clubhouse if you ain't came back. We was like we was gonna be
no,
like
I
fuck
nigga,
this
told.
shit.
I
I
said,
said
tell me,
Clubhouse
man,
better
tell the
figure it out
people
before
y'all
he
hold
figure
that
it out.
shit down.
What up?
I'm
What
like, yo,
up?
Hell
y'all hold
yeah.
it down. But you know what? You know, it's a great thing, right? Is to see that the traffic, the rooms, everything still flowed the same.
Yes,
You know, and
sir.
that's what this is why I came into this shit saying, listen, this is all our motherfucking room. One down, we keep moving. You know
Yes,
what I'm
Yeah.
sir.
saying? We don't stop, we keep moving, man. So y'all definitely did y'all thing, and we gonna keep doing our thing.
We love you, Wack.
I
Yo,
love
we
Yes,
y'all
saw a
too,
sir.
man.
lot of
Welcome
Tariq for the
unions,
back.
though, bro.
Yes, sir.
PTR.
Hey,
Welcome
hey,
back.
people knew you wasn't on the app, but the room still filled up 100, 200, 300, 500,
Nah,
600. You know what I'm saying?
and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Cause bro, we got many voices in here, many personalities, and shit. I'm gonna be real. I'm a filler. I start a fire, but I'm a filler. You know what I mean? So I look forward, man, to everybody's characters and personalities and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, when they hit the stage, and that's what it's about, letting people know we here, the room is here, we ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? But one thing we know is like on the other situation, we going through the same shit we went through. We was fighting for our motherfucking freedom. When they fear it, and they scared of you, right? That's what they gonna do. They gonna try to silence you every time.
There it is.
Every time. You know what's right is right, wrong is wrong. And whenever you got something that's one-sided, meaning one side could do this, but the other side can't do that, then you know what time it is. You know what I mean? So it's gonna have to start with them knowing, hey, look, we over here, this is our side. We see y'all over here, over there, and that's cool and all that, right? But you ain't gonna force that narrative on us. You ain't gonna force us, you know, to be what y'all want us to be. You know, I really the last couple of days really took the time to study. You know, these people got real definitions in Google on Google about us. You know what I mean? Like where we should call, they don't even
Oh
call us
yeah,
federal
that's
citizens.
cis head bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, you got to look at it, and it's really to right it's really to take away from our masculinity because that was really a disrespect. Well, really wasn't a disrespectful terminology. That's just a word they used to call them back in the day, right? So now you know what they did? They attached what they see our identity as to the word. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So now
fact.
they call us a straight man, a cis head. Now you got to know the word cis is root to the word sissy, right?
Hey,
Right.
Wack.
So now they saying the straight man, we gonna call you that. Nah, nah. If we let them control the narrative, they'll start teaching our kids in school, which they already. If you watch television, I wouldn't give a fuck if it's a gangster show. It seems like somewhere in there they're forcing the writers to include
Yeah.
the things they include. We no longer have our own lane. Anything we do, they incorporate in their way of life.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? So
Amen.
that's just where we at. But we gotta, you know, we gotta stand for what we stand for, bro. And we can't allow motherfuckers to just make us something we ain't. If that's what you are, that's cool. We done came to a place in our world that we ain't bashing. You know, we ain't, hey, that's what you are, that's cool. We even have a conversation, do business with you. We ain't tripping. But they lifelong mission to turn the whole world. I don't know if you've been watching. They doing experiments on men having babies. It's nothing about none of this kind of shit, right? That leads into the direction of the thriving of mankind. That ain't what that is. We don't know what's gonna come from that. We don't know what kind of psychological effect if something like that was to happen, what that brings, right? But they're gonna try to force it on us and say, hey, everybody's the same, and we're not. Shit is designed and created a certain way for a reason. The minute our smart asses down here as human beings start violating, as we've done, and you see we got motherfucking uh, the pollution is a problem. You know what I mean? Global warming, all the crazy shit. Our oceans is fucked up because we didn't built all this shit and we got waste pumping into the ocean. You know, every motherfucking day, all day. We got planes in the air. We got automobiles on the ground. We got factories and warehouses releasing all this shit. It's going up and it's killing off our atmosphere, and globally is fucking us up. So that's already going on because our smart asses always think we know the better way. Really, this shit was designed, man, for us to eat feed off the fruits of the land, right? And do the basic shit. But we got the brain to think. And through thinking, sometimes we overthink it. And I think some people on that side are starting to think and believe that their ideology of what they see it to be is what it's supposed to be. And that's totally wrong because without straight men, where does that leave our straight women?
Mm.
It leaves them. It leaves them manless. It leaves them without a leader, and it leaves us as a people without any true clear direction.
Man,
There you
without
go.
straight men, man, we go extinct as a human race. Period, bro.
There you go. And don't get me wrong, I know some very intelligent, some very motivated, some very respected and respectful gay men. And that's cool if that's your lane. But they can't, motherfuckers start to look at us like we the minority. They start to look at us like we crazy because we understand male, female, and from a male, to female comes a child. You know what I'm saying? And now they saying, well, that child is born and you don't know what that child is. Well, the creator gave us something called genitals. You know what I'm saying? And based upon that general, that's how your sex is determined. And that's what that child is. Now, where your mental is at is one thing, but what you are is another motherfucking thing. And they not finna change my male, female, boy, girl to a him, her, or them or they and all that. That's not gonna happen with me. Fuck all that. I'm in my ways, male, female. I don't them, they, that's a descriptive where I don't know nothing about that shit. And why I'm not doing it. They ain't
Y'all
gonna
see he's
force me to
still on
do
it.
it.
Y'all see he's still on his shit. Y'all see he ain't
Yeah.
changed
I
nothing.
mean,
He
it's
And
still
Nah,
and
they
on
ain't
and,
gonna
and,
force
and
me
why
to
should
do
and
it.
why should he? And because
real
I wanted to
shit.
say this. Uh, the thing about it, and Wack, this is Julio down here. I saw the clip of us going back and forth on DJ Academics thing, and I
Yeah.
want to tell you, brother, it was refreshing as hell. I didn't even pay attention to see another straight man have the same politic that I got, because everybody that know me know I'm a religious man, right? I
Yeah.
worship Jesus,
Yeah.
all that, and it was refreshing to have you of all people stand. Obviously we on the app, right? But you kind of stood next to me with that, and I stood.
Yeah.
I think what's happening is, and I sent you a back channel, by the way, brother, as well, Wack. The
Yeah.
thing that's interesting to me is this: there's as time elapses, I want y'all to pay attention to something. I want you to understand how people change terms. The dominant party changes the definition of terms. There was a while. Go back 20 years when I would have been 6 years old, because I'm only 26. Go back 20 years. The word phobia only meant one thing, which was an irrational fear of something or someone. But if you advance time, now you see phobia means a dislike of. Right? The fact that I don't like to date trans women doesn't mean I'm afraid of them. I have no fear of anybody but Jesus of Nazareth. That's the only person I fear, because that's who I worship, right? But as time advances, and first of all, the term cishet was invented by a German racist white motherfucker that wanted to try to deliberately attack, as Wax said, straight, natural born men and women. There has always been, and there will always be, and has always been an attack, an attack on the nuclear black family in particular. The yeah, Adam, yeah, exactly, Adam 22, exactly, because he told me to send him email, and I did that a while ago. But if you could make that happen, I would be honored. And but the thing of it is, you have to, and I want people to grasp this concept. The older we get, you're going to see people that hold themselves to what we call traditional values. They're always attacked. Just think about this. Any black person that isn't automatically Democrat, fuck them. Any black person that doesn't automatically agree with what we call the standard party line, right? If you don't think like everybody else, you're the enemy. You're the villain. It's always been like that, always. But that's the dangerous part of society. So niggas like Wack are necessary
You
because
know,
they
the
always
cold
been
part
flipping.
about it is, the cold part about it is us as people, we have always, right? We have always fucking been curious about different things, right? So when it comes to when you look at a lot of these older movies, you see a lot of the noblemen, you know, with makeup and wigs and lipstick, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, right? So people have always experimented with what they experimented with, right? But then there's been those people that say, hey, that ain't what we know to do. We know to do this, right?
Mm.
And then later on, when they start bringing us over here, right? Then you had what they call breaking, butt breaking, where they forcing our young black men, the strong ones, the slaves, right? They forcing them to do these things to each other, right? So you get one man in the back of his head, yeah, well, shit, I'm accepted by master because I'm the one that he picked to do the giving.
To get
I'm this, I'm
broken.
that, I'm the dominant one. You forcing this shit, right? So over years and years and time of years, right? They try to normalize it, right? But I tell them, motherfucker, man, you take 3 islands. You put one island for the men, another island for the women, another island for the men and women. You come back and check on them islands in 5 or 10 years. One gonna be full of shit, one gonna be full of blood, and the other one gonna be overpopulated. Period. I
Yeah,
don't give
that's
a
a
fuck
fact.
what you say. Right? That's just what this is. So without the reproduction, right, we die off. Right? So
Right.
how do you say, well, what you guys is doing is wrong? Well, we're doing this wrong, then your motherfucking ass wouldn't be here because you was made and came through man and woman. I don't care how you cut it. I don't care if your mama went to a fucking sperm bank and got the semen of a stranger she didn't know. That's still man. That's a representation of man. You're not putting an egg with an egg without no motherfucking semen and talking about we gonna have a child. It has to be fertilized.
I-
That's what I said. I said there would be no ion if two people didn't hook up and make them. So,
but
yeah,
Yeah.
our
real
So
shit.
common thing through this whole thing has been the truth can never be considered disrespect. I mean,
disrespect, nah,
where's
at
the
all.
line? Like, where's the line?
No, that not at all. And see what I think what has happened with a dude like him, right? You talking about a dude that and hey, listen, man, this the say so and authority and the power, it ain't for everybody. I seen it. I seen people abuse it. I seen Suge Knight abuse it, doing shit just because you can. You know, you take somebody who he wants to be a Jason Lee. He wants to be somebody that has a voice, right? If you listen to him talk, you would think that he's already in the mainstream of entertainment. The way he talks as if he knows these people. He don't know these people. He just going off what the fuck he done read, whatever tabloids, whatever fucking information he done read. Then he comes on here and talks as if he's an expert and know these people. This man has never been in that circle of these people, right? So now he
Not at
has a
all.
following. And because he has a little following, right? What is he doing? Right? He's leading them wrong, right? And that's to be expected. But what we got to do, us as men and women, is say, listen, man, yeah, all right, we ain't gay bashing and we ain't speaking down on y'all. That's what y'all do. That's your ideology. That's cool. But you can't force this shit on those people.
Fact.
You can't say, well, I heard him say, well, back in the days, if you wore 2 earrings, they considered you gay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
right. That's
that's
back in
right.
my days. You had an
Had to
earring to
have
the
the left
left.
earring.
That was it. Now these days, right, the youngsters who have no idea of what we was doing back in the days, niggas ain't never seen a cassette tape in their motherfucking life. They don't know nothing about that shit.
The
This is part of
boom
what they
box,
do.
none of that.
Yeah, this is part of what they do. So now he's saying, well, all the youngsters that wear earrings in both ears, then you're gay, and you should just accept that you're gay.
Mm.
Because 30 years ago, that's what that symbolized when it came to you guys, the straight men 30 years ago. Your fathers and uncles said this. That's what we said for us. And to this day, my left ear is the only motherfucking one pierced, right?
God.
Now, these youngsters, it's a new day and age for what they do and how they do things, but that doesn't mean, right, but we're going to take what they were saying 40, 30, 40 years ago and say, well, you're gay because you got two earrings. Like any little thing, oh, well, Wack, he's gay because it was another man. He said he referred to the man as partner. Well, unfortunately, amongst heterosexual men, the word partner means friend, comrade, shit like that. It doesn't mean somebody we're sexually involved with. That's not what that means on our side of the hill, on our side of the track. So, I just think, dude, man, need to slow his roll, keep doing whatever you doing, but stop trying to like force a narrative and turn, you know, people that's not into what you want them to be. The people that's what they are, that's cool.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. We not looking
But
at
but
gay people and saying like, oh, look, he not gay, he's straight. Like, so why you know what I'm saying? Why we got to do
yeah,
that?
we're not saying, oh nah, man, look, dude play basketball. Dude play football, man. Nah, fuck that, man. He's straight. Man, if that man is saying that, hey, he's gay, and then that's cool. That's what he is, man. But don't look at you had Benzino's motherfucking kid's album was on his way out the next day, right? The man that came on here and clearly said time and time again that that's not what I am, this what I am. And you wanna fight a motherfucker, you wanna fight somebody because you saying he shared a double bedroom that had a bathroom with a door on it with another male that's gay. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Man, I go on tour every year. 8 of my rooms are 8 double bedrooms for 16 men. Period. That doesn't mean that these men are. You got a lot of men been to prison. It's a male facility. So in this male facility, right, is males.
You talking about
That does,
for the trigger off? The
yeah,
temperature for the trigger off?
yeah. That doesn't mean somebody, whoever that is, mute him up.
Hey, Wack,
But
can I ask
no,
you a question?
that doesn't mean that I I have never participated in any homosexual activity in prison while I was in a cell with this other male. It hasn't happened.
Hey, Wack, can I ask you a question?
Yep, I'm listening.
So you were saying if you wear it on the left ear, what were you saying about the earrings?
Back in my day, like right now, my left ear is pierced, right?
Right.
So back in my day, in my generation, if you had both your ear pierced, yeah, we looked at you like
See, that's what I was trying to
that was
explain to the people on the other side of Clubhouse. All right.
that was a sign. That was a sign, right? In my day, today, these youngsters don't know the fucking thing about that. That's just their trend. That's what they do. That doesn't mean, because he got both his ears pierced, you're gay, but let Ion tell it.
Yo, Wack.
He like,
Yo,
because y'all
Wack.
Happy
said this
belated birthday
35
too,
years
Wack. I
ago.
called your phone, but you didn't answer.
Who's that, Passion?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody deleted your number from their phone. That was the thing we've been doing the last 3 days.
Oh, I'm so glad they got you off Clubhouse.
They didn't get me off nothing. My
They
room is
packed
still
your
here.
ass up.
I got a whole room full of voices. You know what I'm saying? I got a
They
whole
packed you
room
the
full of
fuck
voices.
up.
No, they
Hey, yo,
didn't.
Wack. Hey, yo, Wack.
Yeah.
Check it, yo. Later for the two earrings. Just imagine back when we was coming up, if a nigga had the two earrings, one in his lip, one in his nose. How these little
Nose,
niggas be,
yeah.
How do
man?
you feel
Oh
about
What?
yeah,
nose rings,
nigga,
Wack?
they fucking
My,
indoctrinate niggas early to that shit.
no, I mean, to each his own on the nose ring. I see men do it, but women do it. To each his own. I don't. I really have never That ain't nothing I do. You
You
know,
would never get a
fashion is
a
fashion.
nose ring.
Nah, you know, some shit is like some preference shit is preference shit, man. You know, not just real shit. Like everybody do things a little different. So just because a motherfucker had a nose ring, right? I wouldn't look because I knew some crazy motherfuckers with it. I don't know
And
why they
Tupac
did
had
it.
a nose ring.
There it go. You know what I mean? So and I don't think, you know, Pac was on that side of the fence. I don't think he represented being on that side of the fence.
Hey, Wack.
But you know, to each
Hey,
his own. You know what I mean?
hey, Wack
Nick,
this
how you
Twizzle.
doing,
What up,
Reed?
man? Welcome back.
What's up, my brother?
Yo, we glad you
Oh
back,
shit. Hey,
Wack.
I
Really
wanted to
not.
ask you a question about some shit that they say be going on in the industry. You know how they say they always get the black actors to dress up as a woman, right? And then they say Denzel took a real bullet in the ass because he was against that. How much truth is to that? I mean, as
No,
far as
that's real.
that's
Y'all
real shit,
remember
huh?
Vin Rains? Nigga, they had Vin
Right.
Rains.
Oh yeah.
Vin Rains did a
Holiday
whole
Want
Hard.
some
role.
eggs, little nigga?
He did a whole role dressed up as a lady.
Holiday
Then
Heart.
even in Pulp Fiction, remember they have him getting raped, having anal sex, right? So what
Exactly.
they do,
Yep.
they say, hey, listen, you're a dominant character, right? But we got this role you're gonna play, right? They don't give them no options. They be like, it's part of your role. Take the part or leave it. Now, if you don't do this part, right, it's a good chance you may not get no other gigs. So what you want to do,
Exactly.
And
right?
that's
It's
why
So
fucked up.
exactly
Yo,
to
Wack.
get your foot in the door. You had to compromise some integrity back then. But yo, happy belated whack, yo. We appreciate you over here. I see what you doing. You passing the baton for us to man up and have fucking results and answers. This ain't no time for us to be trying to figure some shit out. You done laid that shit down. You done laid the groundwork. Everybody gotta stand up and protect. You know what I mean? Straight
that's real shit.
heterosexual male behavior. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you the first one to run up the hill and get shot at with the arrows and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I
But
wasn't
guess what?
tripping though. Whack taking that
Guess
hit.
what? Right, but guess what? This is regular shit. But nobody's doing it. I was just telling niggas earlier, like, yo, like the ones ahead of us, a lot of these niggas is not saying nothing. These grown men is not saying. You saying a
Nah, they
lot of the
scared of
stuff
it.
that
They
need to be
scared,
said
bro.
as grown men. That's why my generation, yo, we fucked. It's the next generation that's ahead of us that's gonna have to handle this shit. Because nigga, we ain't got no time for no nickel and diamond. Like, yo, we really gotta be out here providing results. Nah, nigga, no protest, nigga. You went in that nigga room, no protesting, nigga. You stood up. Yo, salute you. Anything you need, I'm active.
Yeah, bro, because what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And if a motherfucker was in this room on the flip side, right, just straight on some gay bashing shit, right, I wouldn't allow it to happen on my floor, right?
That's a
I'm
fact.
not gonna, I wouldn't allow it to happen on my floor. So it gotta be that motherfucker mutual respect on both sides, right? I can't come on here and it's some people going through some real shit with this shit who been forced to really deal with this shit. Magic Johnson, his only child,
Right.
a boy, a man's dream,
EJ.
a big boy, tall, 6 foot something. You think this man didn't want to go up, raise his child going through basketball camps and shit like that with the hopes that he see his son on the floor of the NBA because he knew he could have pushed a few extra buttons if need be. But no, shit, his son comes out that I'm gay, right? Dresses like a woman, all this shit. The psychological effect on that man of who he is to know that people looking at this. And the worst thing you can do, bro, in life is to know that people are talking, but because of who you are, they just ain't saying it to you.
And they softened the blow because of that and created a whole new narrative and a whole new norm. And I'm not tiptoeing around none of that shit. I'm all about heterosexuality.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
So
Because if we don't preserve that shit now, it's gonna be more fuck shit coming along with that.
yeah, and it's like this, right? So the craziest part about this shit is this. Yeah, you're born this way. Yeah. So now you take a little boy. He the fifth child. And he got four sisters, right? So now he like, you telling this little boy, yeah, you born this way, and he got nothing around him but with girls. And I gotta blame the men too, cause you motherfuckers are starting these households and y'all ain't maintaining your position
Niggas is dick
as men
suck.
in these households, right? So now you got a single mother and there's four girls and one male in this household, and this all he see. You know why? Because you ain't there to show him what a hammer nail is. You know what I mean? To teach him what a basketball is, to teach him the difference between male and female, what a little girl's supposed to do versus what a little boy's supposed to do. So that's really what a lot of it is starting, is right there. It's
And
right
that's a
the fuck
fact.
there. You
And,
know what I'm
and
saying?
if
So
we don't straighten this shit out, they're about to make pedophilia illegal again. Like that shit back in the day, that was a mental health condition. Nobody's talking about that. This homosexuality thing, yo, I love everybody, but yo, that's a mental health condition. That used to be a health condition. Look that shit up if y'all don't want to take my word for it. All I do is
Owner.
research. They trying to
Hey, in
implement that
regards
back now.
Hey, in regards to what Wack was saying about what Ion, with that type of narrative he's trying to push, oh, if you do this, you're gay. Ion even went so far to say eventually straight men are gonna suck another man's dick and he's not gonna be gay. Y'all gonna say that's not gay. Like, no, nigga, that is gay, bro. That is gay. And that's a far reach to even imply that a straight man would be giving another man some type of fucking
no,
oral
because
shit.
what he's trying to do is this. He's trying to normalize, listen, and let them have their way. They'll get rid of the whole gay word, right? And then it'll just be, this is normal. This is what it is. This is what it's supposed to be. And man, this shit ain't nothing new. Man, this shit, man, they been doing this shit, committing these acts, right, way before. And that's cool. We ain't saying, hey, it used to be a gay bashing. I remember, bro. I can honestly remember when I was young, motherfuckers used to go around with these little bats, right?
Man,
Committing bad acts against gay people, right? They had to hide themselves and like not come out. You know, they couldn't be as flamboyant as open. I remember. So they didn't went through their struggles too as the people who they are. But my thing is the same type of people. That's just like us as black people saying, okay, we in power, so now let's try to enslave the white people.
That's
If
right.
we know what that feel like, if we know what we've been through, and we know how wrong it is, why would we want to do the same thing to some other people?
Yo,
And my
I
things
don't
go
even
back
think this. I don't even
to the
think
gay
this nigga's
community.
really gay. I
If you
think
know
this
what
nigga's
y'all
just a
went through,
pervert.
right? If y'all know what y'all went through, why would you want to turn around and force this type of shit on the side that's just not their belief? That's just not their belief. You got Catholics, you got Protestants, you got Muslims, you got Buddhists. Listen, man, let everybody maintain what they doing in their own tempo. And when we come out of the tempo as a people, we learn how to coexist amongst each other. And whatever, I can give a fuck less what you doing in your personal time behind closed doors. That's your business. I don't care. I sit down, we can talk business, we can have meetings, we can do all of that. But don't go turn around and say, hey, you're no longer called a heterosexual. You're no longer called a straight man. You know, you're called a cishead now, and you're gonna accept that. Man, fuck you. Straight like that. And that's it. And I'm gonna stand on that. And that's what that is. You're not gonna change the narrative and redefine, right, what we know it to be. That's his whole mission. This dude is 7 foot tall and said, I've never been with a woman in my life. Okay, great, I get it. Maybe something happened in your life. You know, maybe you fell off your bike the first time and was scared to get back up. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what it is with you. And that's cool for you. But those of us who got back on the bike, fell again, got back on the bike, fell again, and we still got those bruises today to look down and be like, yeah, I got that shit, learn how to ride a bike. We proud of that.
hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We proud of that. We proud of being the hunters and coming back. You know what I'm saying?
That's real
Back in
shit.
the days, if you was a cook, if you did work in the kitchen, motherfucker looked at you as soft. Nah, man, shit. You know what I mean? Hey, that ain't what that is. That's just a man that can cook. That's all that
Oh,
is.
Hell yeah, I sent you a message to your phone. But yeah, no, that's some real shit. Hey, I'm and I told everybody, I said, man, we been knowing what Ion was doing, man. Wack was just the first one to say, what, fuck it, I'ma say it. I know we don't like to offend them. I know we gotta move around them and be real cautious on what we say and how we say it. And him and Benzino told that nigga a new asshole. I ain't gonna lie,
Nah, bro.
man.
I knew, already knew where it was going. I knew,
Yo,
I knew
Reek,
they
no
was gonna
pun
use me as
intended.
an
No
example,
pun
right?
intended.
Yeah, no pun
Yeah,
But
but
see,
intended.
what
fuck
niggas
that.
don't know, Wack been embraced
Nah,
this
fuck
nigga
that, bro.
Ion.
They've been having us too scared over here on eggshells, right? Fuck that. Nah, whatever blow, whatever hit I gotta take, I'm gonna take that, right? And the crazy part, right? And I look down the hallways because they still allow me to see the hallways, right? So I can see all the rooms and shit, right? I'm looking down the hallways, and you got these. What's this? What ain't UOD supposed to mean? Unity over destruction or some shit like that, right? So you got
Yeah,
rooms like this, right? Saying, yeah, Whack 100's been canceled and ran off Clubhouse, right? These dudes are celebrate, right? But see, those are dudes over there who can't find their way, right? Then you got this other dude over here, OG Bride Dog or some shit, right? And the Compton room or some shit he got going on, right? Now he gonna be mad when I put these photos up when he was a blood before he was a Crip, right? He gonna be mad. See, I know a lot of shit. I don't say nothing, but I sit back and watch, right? And I understand that the hatred is coming from jealousy and envy. It ain't coming from, well, he did something wrong, right? What's to be celebrated is what's to be celebrated. What's to be stood up for is to be stood up for. Period. If a person I consider my enemy does something that's within the right, um, for the cause, for the movement, I'm gonna celebrate that man. I'm gonna stand with that man because we might have our difference of opinion because of a city we from, but it has nothing to do with you standing up for our children, for our women, for our pride, for our manhood. It has nothing to do with that, right? But these other dudes, everybody seems to be lobbying for position, and people don't know that we all have a position. I come from the teacher student law, not the dictatorship shot caller shit, right? As a teacher, I want to teach my students so they can one day be teachers to some more students. And then eventually one day I'm students to them because their ideology has changed. They cross the street and learn something that I didn't know, right? So my whole thing is to position people to grow and everybody go a total different way. And we all able to come back together and Voltron, a cartoon that I watched growing up. Because when mother